Today on Stock Charts in Focus, we're revisiting the symbol summary. That is our high-level research tool. Helps you dig into those stocks, really kind of dive into the next level, go a little bit beyond the charts to bring in things like fundamentals, some technical highlights, a little bit of charting, after-hours data, corporate profiles, tons and tons of stuff that you can do with this tool. We're going to look at it from a couple of different perspectives, the symbol summary page itself, the new ChartList view. We're even going to jump over to ACP, show you how you can use this right within that advanced charting platform. Now, also on the show today, we're going to highlight something that's coming new to StockCharts TV, a big update for the DecisionPoint show, one of our fan favorites. So we got lots to cover on the show today. Of course, you know what it is. It's all new. It's all here. It's StockCharts in Focus. All right, my friends, welcome to the show, Stock Charts in Focus. Of course, our product focus show here on the channel where we dig into the site, dive into the tools, show you around the features, and ultimately help you get more value out of stock charts. That is our mission here on this show every Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, up on the live channel, of course, and then also on our YouTube channel after that, and the on-demand platform at StockChartsTV.com. Just like all of our shows that we do here on Stock Charts TV, you've got lots of different ways to watch. My name is Grayson Roze, Vice President of Operations here at StockCharts.com. So good to be with you for another episode of the show. Happy Friday to everyone, of course. So today is going to be a lot of fun. We're actually going to revisit something that we've covered on this show a couple of different times, but it is a resource that is a little bit of a hidden gem. The people that know about it absolutely love it. I hear a lot of compliments on this tool. A lot of people saying, oh my gosh, thank you so much for pointing out the symbol summary page, the symbol summary tool in ACP. I use it all the time. I didn't know it was there, but now that I do, it's become an important part of my process. So always a good one to revisit. And of course, this spring, we made that symbol summary tool even better. We rolled out something brand new for it, a chart list view for sharp charts, which allows you to actually flip through a chart list full of stocks or ETFs, whatever you're looking at, flip through that chart list very easily with that symbol summary view pulled up. That's actually something you've been able to do in ACP for quite some time, as you're going to see on the show today. So we now have that functionality mirrored over there in Sharp Charts as well, which has been a big boost. Of course, if you're looking for all the other stuff that we released in that spring launch, that spring product release, you can always go to stockcharts.com/new. We mentioned that on the show last week. But stockcharts.com/new, at the very top of that page, you're going to see a big block that's all about everything that we did this past spring. So if you haven't gotten caught up on everything that we launched with that spring product release, definitely take a look at that at stockcharts.com/new. You can even click in, get a little bit more info about all of that good stuff. So going to be fun to dig into the symbol summary page a little bit further today on the show. Before we do that, though, a little bit of housekeeping plus announcement. I wanted to mention that there's something very exciting coming to the DecisionPoint show on Stock Charts TV. So to talk about that a little bit further, let's actually jump over to the site. We'll go to one of the Stock Charts TV pages and we'll take a look at kind of how you can watch DP, how you can learn a little bit more about that, and I'll tell you everything that's coming new. All right, everyone, so here we are on Stock Charts, and what I've done is actually clicked on the Stock Charts TV link at the very top, and then I've navigated over to our shows page. Now, if you're not familiar with this page, it is a great resource. This is actually where you can see the full list of all the shows that we do on Stock Charts TV. You can hover over any of these to get a little summary and the timestamp and all that stuff. But you can also click on any of these cards to actually jump over to a sort of a viewing page right here on the site. Very, very helpful. We've got tons and tons of shows on Stock Charts TV, so lots of different options for you to come and follow during the week. The one that we're talking about today, though, is our DecisionPoint show. Now, if you're not familiar with DecisionPoint, many of you are. I am sure they have been some of our longest contributors working with us for many years. But DecisionPoint was started by Carl Swenlin, and he brought his daughter Erin Swenlin in to join him as well over time. A fantastic tool, a fantastic set of tools, but really the gem of it is that Carl and Aaron are expert technical analysts. They have been doing this for a long time. Such insightful technicians that always look at the markets in a very unusual way. They have a very mechanical system for looking at those markets as well. So it's very rules-based, very easy to follow. You can actually go to StockCharts.com/DecisionPoint to learn a little bit more about that. But Carl and Aaron have been some of our biggest sort of fan favorite technicians on the site, contributing written content and video content for many years. What they're doing with their show in the past, it's been more of kind of a general market analysis. Here's what we're thinking. Here's what the model's saying. Here's kind of where we're going. What they're going to do with the show, though, for the foreseeable future is actually kind of move that model to something a little bit more rapid paced, a little more exciting. They're going to be doing a live trading room every Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern time, every Monday with Carl and Aaron. You're actually going to have a chance to watch them trade the markets right over their shoulder. Now, a lot of technicians sort of keep that to themselves, right? They talk about the high-level market analysis. They give you kind of a direction of where they're going, but you don't actually get to see them engaging with those markets, putting those strategies to use. You don't get to see them really kind of digging in and taking some action out there in the markets with that analysis that they're sharing. Carl and Aaron are going to change that with this update to their show. They are actually going to show you exactly what they're doing. They're going to walk through every corner of the market, and you're going to get to see how they are actually putting those ideas, putting those strategies, putting those trades to work. So very excited about what they're going to be doing. They've actually sort of tested this with some of their followers on the DecisionPoint.com website for quite some time now, and this trading room has just been a huge hit with their users. So they are bringing that over to StockCharts TV for all of you guys as well, and we're just thrilled to see where this goes. They are so excited about it. We had a chance to sit down and talk to them about it, and I know that Carl and Aaron just can't wait to launch into this, to bring this new trading room concept to their DecisionPoint show. So that is starting this coming Monday, again, 3 p.m. Eastern time on the live channel. We'll have recordings of all that stuff up as well on YouTube, the on-demand platform. So as always, lots of different ways to watch, but definitely take a look at that DecisionPoint show. You can go back and revisit some of their older shows. If you actually click into here, you can see you can watch some of these episodes here. Also watch stuff on YouTube. Follow their blogs. Check out DecisionPoint.com. That's another great way to kind of learn a little bit more about them. But take a look on Monday. Carl and Aaron are going to have a lot of fun with this new live trading room concept for their DecisionPoint show. So very exciting stuff there. So with that out of the way, let's jump into our discussion today, revisiting the symbol summary page. To start that off, we're actually going to jump back over to our charts and tools page. Now, before we jump into the tool itself, I want to show you 3 important ways to get there. We are also going to do kind of the sharp chart side of this first, and then at the end of the show, we'll actually jump over to ACP, show you how you can use this tool over there as well. So first and foremost, here on our charts and tools page, you can always scroll down under that summary pages section. You see that we have a card for symbol summary. Now you could type in any ticker symbol that you want in this box. That's going to launch you right over to that high level summary page. As you can see here, high level summary, technicals, fundamentals, we've got earnings info there, we've got dividends, corporate profile, actually one of my favorites, and a bunch of other great features. This is actually a tool that can help you find symbols that you've saved into ChartList as well. We got a lot to cover. We'll do that in just a minute. But before we do that, again, I want to show you all the different ways that you can get there. So this is kind of the first one, this card right here on that charts and tools page. At the top of any page around stock charts, though, you do have another way to get to the symbol summary page. We've got this menu up at the very top, and now typically for most people, this is going to say Sharp Chart. This is how you're used to getting over to the Sharp Charts workbench. This is actually a menu though, so you can open this up and select Symbol Summary. This is a quick and easy way to get to the symbol summary page from anywhere around the site. So if you're ever on maybe the scanning workbench, maybe you're reading an article, anywhere that you are around stock charts, you can always take a look at this menu right up at the top, open that up, switch it to symbol summary, and then type in a ticker symbol right in this box. Hit go, that's going to send you right over to that symbol summary page. One thing to note about this really quickly while we've got this menu open, you actually do have a starring sort of favoriting system built into this menu. So if Sharp Charts is the tool that you want to use most frequently, you can keep that starred. You can see that little yellow star right there. If you decide that symbol summary is actually your favorite and that's what you want this menu to always default to around the site, all you've got to do is star that symbol summary tool. And now that is going to be the one that appears in this menu by default anywhere you go. Very, very handy little system. And my personal favorite thing about it is that this is actually not set at the account level. We don't save this to your account. We save it to the device that you're on. Now, the strength of that is that when I'm on my laptop, let's say, or my desktop machine, I'm probably going to want to do charting. That's going to be my primary space to do my charting. I got the biggest screen possible. So I might want my default to be ACP, or I might want my default to be Sharp Charts. When I'm out on the go, though, and I've got my phone, or maybe I've got my iPad, typically, if I'm looking at stocks, I just kind of want to get that high-level summary. I want to sort of see what's going on. I do have that little mini chart feature on this page, as you're going to see, but it's really helpful to be able to jump over to the symbol summary page easily on my phone. So on my phone and on my tablet, I've actually defaulted this menu up the top to the symbol summary. That makes it easy to get to that page. It's very mobile friendly, works great on a phone. And when I'm on my laptop or my desktop machine, I keep this defaulted to either Sharp Chart or ACP. So a nice little trick there. You can actually use this symbol summary page as a great little mobile friendly tool. Actually just leave it up on my phone personally most of the time. So little trick that I wanted to mention while we've got this menu open. Now, before we jump over to the symbol summary page itself, Sharp Charts is actually going to be our third way to access symbol summary. So we'll type in a symbol here. Let's say we jump over to Humana. If you've got a chart up on the Sharp Charts workbench right here, as we do, you can actually scroll down to the bottom of this page and look for that symbol summary link right there down at the bottom. That's going to take you over to the symbol summary page for whatever chart you have up on the screen, whatever symbol you are currently charting. So that's kind of my third favorite way that I want to show everyone to access the symbol summary page. So now that we've done that, let's actually click over to this thing and take a look at it. We'll click that link, and here we go. As you can see, we were on the Sharp Charts workbench with Humana up, and now we're looking at the symbol summary page for that same symbol. So again, the concept here, the symbol summary page is really meant to be, as the name implies, a summary for any symbol. It's not meant to focus on charting. It's not meant to focus on fundamental data or anything like that. It's meant to give you that sort of total picture. It's a great way to dig into symbols kind of all in one place. Go a little bit, as I said in the opening, beyond the charts. You can bring in some other summary data as well to kind of get a sense of everything that you need to know about any symbol that you are researching. So we'll kind of run through this page, and then we'll take a look at some of the other ways that you can use it. So right up at the top, you get the standard summary of any symbol that you're looking at. The exchange it trades on, the sector, the industry group, of course, that company name and that symbol. And up here, we give you the latest price information. Very, very big. It shows you the absolute value change and the percent change as well. In the aftermarket sessions, before the market opens and after the market closes, there will actually be some additional content that pops up right here in this open space that shows you what this stock is doing in the pre-market or in the post-market. So you actually do get that after hours data on this page as well when the time comes. We've got market cap right up at the top here, very helpful stat to follow. And then of course, volume for the current trading day as well. Below that, we've got quick links to all of the different sections that we are about to run through. So if you ever want to jump to a specific section, to demonstrate that really quickly, let's say you wanted to jump to the chart list section, you can always give that a click and that'll scroll you down to the very bottom of that page, right to that section that you've clicked on. So nice and handy as you're navigating through this, especially on your phone when this kind of all stacks in one straight line. Finishing up the top section, if you do want to change the symbol of this page, obviously you can type in this new this enter a symbol box up at the very top. And if you do want to either save this symbol to a chart list or create an alert for this symbol, you do have those options over here in the member actions area as well. So you can add this to any chart list, set a name, pick a chart style, Or if you want to create a basic price alert, you can do that actually right from this symbol summary page. So if you're kind of running through, maybe you're looking at the mini chart and you say, hey, this thing looks like it's ready to move. I want to set a price alert on this so I'm ready to catch it when it does. You can do that right from this symbol summary tool. Now, down below that, we've got a whole bunch of different sections to this page. We're not going to run through everything line by line. That would take us quite a long time, but we'll give you kind of the general sense of it. Of course, you've got your mini chart here on the top left corner. Couple different time frames to choose from: 2-day, 5-day, 1 month, 6 month, 1 year, and 5 year. You can click through any of those, and those are going to change a little bit as you click through them. So you can see that here on the 6 month chart, we're looking at a daily chart, just a very simple little chart to give you a sense of kind of the direction of price, what's happening. We got a couple of moving averages on there. Nothing too fancy though. When you go down to something like the 2-day, you can see that this actually changes to be a 5-minute chart. So we do kind of modify that depending on the time frame that you're looking at. Turns to a weekly on the 5-year time frame, for instance. So you can move through these little mini charts. I always find that this is actually a really helpful view, stripping everything down, giving you just this mini chart. It's always fun to look at these. You do have links though to all of our full featured charts as well. So if you want to jump over to ACP right from here, you can hit that advanced chart button. But across the bottom, you've got access to a sharp chart for this symbol, a PNF chart for this symbol, gallery view for this symbol with the multiple time frames all stacked on top of each other. You can jump over to the perf charts tool from here, pull up seasonality, or even jump over to historical data for this specific symbol. So a couple options down there across the bottom. From there, we bring in our summary panel. Now, this is kind of the classic stuff that you definitely need to know: where this stock opened on the previous day, where it closed, what the days range was, what the 52-week range is, all that good stuff. Two that I find myself following quite a lot. We've got next earnings date in here as well with the timing. So in this case, Humana is going to report on the 27th of this month before market open. If you see BMO, it means before market open. If you see AMC, it means after market close. We've also got the last earnings date in here as well. So these are two stats that I like to follow on this page quite a bit. Of course, dividend information and options as well in there. From there, we jump down into fundamentals. This is actually a section of this page that we're going to continue to expand. We've got some exciting stuff coming with the next few product releases, so definitely keep an eye out for that. But we do have some summarized fundamentals, kind of the classic ones that most people like to gravitate towards, things, of course, like PE ratio, price to cash flow, that kind of stuff. Also, some interesting ones down here: dividends per share, dividend date, an interesting one to follow, important one to follow. So some of those summarized fundamentals over here in this panel. And then the same thing with some common technicals. Now, a few interesting ones that are in here. These top three will tell you the EMA or SMA value, those key moving averages, the 20, 50, and 200 that so many technicians follow. You'll get that value right here. That's the first number. But then the plus or minus, the numbers in the parentheses, tell you how far price is away from that moving average. So in this case, we can quickly see that Humana, in this case, is 12.13% above its 200-day simple moving average. So some of those key moving averages, you get a nice summary, and you can actually get a sense of how far away, how far above or below this stock is from those moving averages. We've got some performance figures in here as well, again, over some of those same time frames that we looked at before. And then some key technicals that a lot of us follow, things like RSI, summarized right here. Anything that can be spit out kind of as a specific value, we've put a few of those in here. Below that, we've got our scooter rank. Now, the scooter, if you're not familiar with it, is our StockCharts technical rank. It is the same technical criteria applied to every stock in a group. For stocks, we split it up for the US by market cap. So we've got a small cap group, a mid cap group, and a large cap group. In this case, we can actually see down here at the bottom that Humana is part of the large cap group. And the scooter rank is basically a measure of relative strength within a group. So you can actually compare those numbers between everything in the group, goes from 0 to 100. In this case, we can see that Humana is one of the strongest large caps out there. This is one of the few stocks at the moment that is actually breaking out to new highs, so incredibly strong on a relative basis. And the scooter just helps you gauge that strength kind of in one number. So you get that single number spit out here with the nice little rainbow graphic, but you also get a little bit of history to that scooter value over time. So in this case, we can actually see over the last couple of months how Humana's scooter value has changed. Again, from 0 to 100. You can see that this is actually one that's held up pretty well, has been in the top 50%, and is now one of those top scooter scores. So nice to have that scooter panel on this page. A very, very important tool for many StockCharts users, myself included. By the way, you can also learn more about the scooters right here or jump to the full scooter reports right from this panel. Down below that, we have another couple of things that are coming soon, things that we are expanding actively at the moment. So in the next couple of product releases, you will see the addition of earnings and analyst ratings, things like that, coming to the symbol summary page and to the rest of StockCharts. So more on that later. But down below that is actually one of my favorite sections of this page. That is the corporate profile. Now, especially for stocks that you are researching, you can get a quick summary of kind of what this company is. If you stumble across a stock, maybe you've run a scan or just found a chart that someone has mentioned on social media or something like that. If you jump over to the symbol summary page for that company, down here in the corporate profile section, we'll give you a summary of what that company is, what they do, where they're located, how many employees they have, of course, sector and industry, things like that. So this is a great way to just kind of start to learn a little bit more about those companies that you are researching. An important thing, I believe, is to actually know the companies that you are trading. Even if it's a short-term trade, it's great to know what that company does, where they're located, how big they are, those kind of key metrics about what you're actually buying. So this corporate profile section can help you do that. Again, just a sort of a quick summary of what that company does. We do also include a link, if possible, to the company's website, so you can easily jump over there and start to learn more about them from their own perspective. Below that, our final couple of panels. We do actually reach into our predefined scans area of the site, and we query that for the symbol that you are looking at. So in this case, we've got any predefined scans that Humana has triggered over the past couple of sessions. Those are going to be listed right here. If you click on any of these, you can quickly jump over to all of those results for that predefined scan as well. So this is a really helpful thing to see. Again, this is a stock that is triggering the new 52-week high scan. We've got the elder bar turning green. This is in a new ADX uptrend, moving above upper price channels. These are all incredibly bullish predefined scans that Humana is triggering. On the flip side, you might see a stock that is triggering a whole bunch of bearish predefined scans. So this can be an interesting little thing to see kind of what's happening with the stock that you're following here. And of course, if you want to jump over to all of those predefined scans, you can do that right from here. If you've set up any alerts for this specific symbol, in this case, I haven't set up anything for Humana, but those would show up right here, and it'll tell you what the stock is, what the alert is, and when that was last triggered. And at the very bottom, the best saved for last, we have the ChartList panel. This is an incredibly helpful piece of this page. Basically a search function. If you have saved Humana into any chart list in your account, that will show up here on the symbol summary page. So a great way, if you've said, I know that I saved Humana, I loved that chart, I annotated it, I put it into a chart list, but I just can't remember which list it was, you can jump over to the symbol summary page and this will actually list those out for you. You don't have to go searching or typing or doing anything. All you got to do, jump over to that symbol summary page and we will show you a list of all the chart lists that you've saved this symbol into. At the bottom, of course, you can jump back up to the top. We sort of demoed that a little earlier. But we do also have more links to some of our other tools. So you can jump quickly and easily to Sharp Charts or ACP. Again, gallery view, PNF charts, seasonality, some of those other tools around the site, you can easily jump to there as well. So that is a total run through of the symbol summary tool. There are so many different ways to use this. Personally, I love to use it for following the stocks in my portfolio. I also, of course, love to use it as a research tool when I'm thinking about adding something to one of my watch lists. This is one of the first places that I go. using this to actually research different stocks that I'm interested in. Another great use of this is, again, the mobile-friendly side. Using this on your phone, using this on your tablet, if you're maybe an iPad user or something like that. I find that this page works beautifully on my mobile device. When I'm out on the go and I just want to kind of look up what a stock is doing, get a quick sense of the chart, get a quick sense of the price action, I can do that from this page. So like I mentioned, I actually have this sort of set as my favorite on my phone, on my mobile device. It makes it easy to get to this page from anywhere that I am around stock charts on my phone while I'm out on the go. So a very, very helpful tool for mobile devices as well. So one of the things, if you are a symbol summary user, one of the things you might be asking yourself is, hey, is there a way to get around this whole type in one symbol at a time thing? I love this tool. I love using it, but I'm pretty sick of having to type in every single individual ticker symbol one at a time. Of course, as I mentioned, you can do that up in this box right here, or if you've got symbol summary selected from the menu up at the top, of course, you can use this box as well to type in a ticker symbol, pull up the symbol summary page. But we have a new way to do this that is streamlined, easier than ever. So we're going to jump over now to the dashboard and take a look at the chart list view for symbol summary. This is something that we released, as I mentioned before, in our spring product launch. We created a chart list view built around the symbol summary. What I mean by chart list view, we're going to jump over here to the members dashboard. I'm going to click this chart list button to take me right down to all of my different chart lists. We'll actually jump into one that is full of stocks. These are all of our chart list views. If you're a longtime Sharp Charts user, you've been using chart lists for a while, this is going to be familiar to you. You've got things like the summary view, kind of that high-level table, all laid out, all those symbols in one. You've got different chart views like chart list view, which used to be called 10 per page, chart book, that's one chart at a time. You've even got things like gallery view and the little mini charts with candle glance. So you've got all of these different ways to view your chart lists. One of the new ones that we have added now is the symbol summary view. So for any chart list in your account, you can open up this menu, select symbol summary, and you're going to see something that looks very similar to what we just had up on the screen. The big difference is this bar right at the top. This allows you to select your chart list and then select any chart within that chart list, any symbol within that chart list. So if I open up this menu, you can see here are all of the individual stocks that are saved into, in this case, what I call my tier 1 watch list. This is a whole list of stocks that have caught my eye at some point in the recent past, including things like Humana. So I can select any chart from this list and jump quickly and easily to a symbol summary for that symbol without having to type in any symbol. I don't have to remember the ticker symbol and go typing in one at a time in that box. The other thing that I can do is start at the top of this chart list. Again, this is the full featured symbol summary view. I can start at the top of this chart list and use the previous and next buttons to actually just click through this list. So if I want to review the symbol summary, kind of high-level details for every stock that I've saved into a list, it's incredibly easy to do that with this new symbol summary view. Again, I can breeze through this, take a look at everything that's in here. Here we're looking at ADC, actually a pretty nice scooter score there, a nice chart that's actually moving higher, unlike most of the rest of this market. But we can just keep clicking through this list. Now we're looking at AGO. So we've got two different options. We can either click through the list one at a time, or if we know exactly where we want to jump to, of course, we can do that by selecting a specific chart from this menu up at the top. So the symbol summary has basically two views for Sharp Charts now. You've got the standalone page. If you select symbol summary from the top of this menu, type in a ticker symbol, that's going to take you to the standalone symbol summary page. But if you've got a chart list and you want to review the symbol summary with that chart list, you now have a chart list view created specifically to do that. Makes it very, very easy to review any of your chart lists with this symbol summary view up on the screen. So if you haven't played around with that before, or if that was one of the reasons that you weren't using symbol summary in the past, that is now available. And again, all you have to do is pull up one of your chart lists, select that view. If you are on one of your chart lists from, for instance, the summary view, you can also jump up to this menu up at the top of the screen and select symbol summary in there. This menu is exactly the same. You've got a couple of different options in here. So jumping over to that symbol summary chart list view, very, very easy no matter where you are. So that kind of covers off the Sharp Charts side. Now we're going to jump over briefly to ACP and show you how the symbol summary has been integrated over there. The concepts are the same, the panels are the same, the data is the same, so we're not going to run through all of that. We'll just jump over there and show you how to open the symbol summary page in ACP, how to flip through a chart list over there. Very, very handy the way that that's been integrated. So here we go. Let's jump over to ACP now. All right, everyone, so here we are in ACP, of course, our interactive advanced charting platform. We've covered ACP a ton on the show. I'm sure that most of you are familiar with it now, but just in case you're not, the quick elevator pitch for it, we now have two different ways to chart and analyze the markets, two primary price charting tools. We have Sharp Charts, which is our sort of our legacy tool that we are so well known for, but we've also created ACP, which is a one-stop shop, everything all in one place. Interactive charting, a little bit more dynamic, a little more modern and flexible. You can drag things around the screen. You can zoom in and out, move through time really rapidly. Your cursor almost becomes your hand that can reach out and grab those charts, change them in any way you can dream up. So if you like that kind of interactive, dynamic experience, ACP might be for you. Also, if you like having everything all in one place, it really is kind of a destination. You never really have to leave ACP. All the tools are built in right here for you. ACP could be for you if you like that kind of one-stop shop approach. So a good example of that is symbol summary. We've built this in directly right to ACP, made it incredibly easy to access that same kind of symbol summary concept right within the platform. So over on the right side of the screen, we've got our big chart in the middle, but over on the right side of the screen, we've got a whole bunch of sidebar views. Now, of course, this is where you can access things like your chart lists. You can actually run scans directly from ACP. You've got alerts built into here, things like the market summary, even things like the market movers, what's moving those major indexes, things like the scooter summary. There is a ton that is built in here in ACP. One of the very cool things that we've built in, though, is the symbol summary. This actually opens in a second panel, so you can have a couple of different things open all at once. For instance, if you want the market summary open and the symbol summary open, you can do that. To save a little space, though, we'll close down that market summary. We'll keep that symbol summary panel open. So this opens from the right side of the screen, which means that you can do all of your charting and have that symbol summary view in view right at the same time. Incredibly powerful. You know, in the standalone symbol summary page, we've got those little mini charts, which are very, very helpful. But what we've got here in ACP allows you to actually do all that advanced charting and have that symbol summary view open. And the cool thing is it follows along with you. So if we type in a different symbol, you can see that the chart is going to change and the symbol summary is going to change. This really just kind of follows along wherever you go. We'll type in something like Apple. You see that it continues to move along with us. So no matter what symbol we have up on the screen, that symbol summary panel is going to follow along with us. You get the exact same stuff. You get the kind of high-level summary. This actually does have aftermarket data in it as well when the market is in that pre-market session or post-market session. And then you've got those same groups: summary, fundamentals, technical, scooter rankings. We've got that corporate profile. So very, very handy having this built right into the side of ACP. Now, one of the cool things that you can do with this is combine it with the drawer space that we have at the bottom of the platform. So if you actually open up this drawer at the very bottom of the platform, this is what we call the ChartList drawer. This allows you to access all of your ACP chart lists right from this sort of space at the bottom of the screen that gives you lots of room to work. You got that full featured table, brings in things like price data, market cap, scooter, sector, industry, all of that right here in the drawer for you. The cool thing is that you can click on any of these symbols, the symbol or the name, to change the chart. And if you change the chart, the symbol summary panel is going to follow along with you. So what that means is that we can actually open up this drawer, we can load up one of those chart lists that we want to view, and we can start to click through this chart list with the drawer open at the bottom of the screen. We get our full featured chart right there for us, and we get our symbol summary panel following along. We can just click through this chart list now to sort of move through, just like we were doing with that sharp charts view that we released this past spring. This is something that's been there in ACP actually for quite some time. It was kind of the inspiration in a way for building that chart list view that we were looking at for sharp charts. Now the cool thing is that once you've actually selected something from this list, you can even go ahead and close down the drawer and simply use these arrows to move through that chart list. So you can see which chart list you are in, and from here we can just click through to keep on moving through that chart list. So if we just want to sort of sit here and do a review, look at those charts, breeze through that symbol summary on the right side of the screen, we can easily click through this chart list. You can see how quick and easy it is to do this. So a very handy little feature, the fact that we've got symbol summary built into the right side of ACP, and you can combine that with your chart list, combine that with the drawer. One other way that you could do this, because we have them actually in separate panels, if you don't like the drawer, you can actually shut that down, open up the chart lists panel here on the right side of the screen as well. This would kind of be your other way to do that. So if we pick a chart list, for instance, here we are in that same one that we were just looking at, we can actually click through the chart list here on the sidebar as well. We get kind of that same symbol summary plus the chart list plus the full featured chart right there. So you got a couple of different ways around ACP to position this, because you do have your chart list available both in that sidebar and in that drawer. But symbol summary, one of my favorite features of ACP, having that right up next to those charts. I find that this is just an incredibly powerful way to follow the markets, having that summary view open right next to those full featured charts. So that is our show for today. I know a little bit of a long one. We ran through symbol summary in quite a few different ways. Hopefully, though, this is giving you a sense of kind of what you can do with this tool, maybe how you can incorporate it into your approach, whether you're a sharp charts user, you want to take advantage of that standalone tool, or even that new chart list view. Or if you're an ACP user, you've got that same tool available to you as well. You can pull up that symbol summary right in that sidebar, follow along with your charts, go nuts, really kind of start to build a whole workflow with all the data that you need all in one place. So a very, very exciting tool, one that I always love to show people. If you haven't seen this before, hopefully you've had some fun touring around symbol summary with me today. Also, don't forget that DecisionPoint show coming with the new format, the new trading room format coming on Monday. Very exciting stuff coming from Carl and Aaron Swenlin. They are thrilled to bring it to you. We are thrilled to host them. It's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely tune in Monday, 3 p.m. for that new format of the DecisionPoint show. And of course, as always, we'll have that up on the YouTube channel and StockChartsTV.com as well, the on-demand platform. So lots of different ways to watch. Speaking of different ways to watch, remember we do this show every Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, as we are currently doing it. 3 p.m. Eastern Time, though, on the live channel there at StockCharts.com/TV. Also the YouTube channel as well, if you prefer to watch up there, or that on-demand platform, StockChartsTV.com. So just like all of our shows that we do here on StockCharts TV, you can check this out in a couple of different ways. There are lots of ways to watch. But I hope to see you again for another episode next Friday. We've got some very, very exciting things coming this month. The next couple of weeks, we're going to be rolling out some new tools, new features, new enhancements all across the site, just like we did with that spring product release. So this is going to be the place to hear about it. Of course, we're going to dig into all of that, show you around everything that you need to see here on Stock Charts in Focus. But again, if you didn't catch up on that last product release that we did this past spring, StockCharts.com/new has all the info for you. You can click through that summary. We got release notes there, little highlights that'll lead you into every tool, but describe everything that we've added or changed or improved around the site. So definitely check that out, StockCharts.com/new. And then when the new product launch comes out later this month, we'll be here to talk about it on Stock Charts in Focus. So very, very exciting stuff. I want to thank you again for joining me again. My name is Grayson Roze, Vice President of Operations here at StockCharts.com. Always a thrill to be with you. I will see you back again for another episode of Stock Charts in Focus next Friday. But until then, chart on, my friends.
Hey guys, Dave Keller here with StockCharts.com. Thanks so much for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, and we hope you did, Hit the like button right below. Also, we have so much new content every day. Consider subscribing to the channel. Just hit the subscribe button in the video or right below. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Have a fantastic day.